Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8, and this will be the songs Soil, War, Mind, People, Cubert, Darts, and Pluck from System Down. It's the second half of the debut album that they released. Um, I'll probably do the entire Toxicity album later, and the entire Steal This album later. After that, just going to take some time. I got some errands to run, and of course, I'm at least trying to listen to the songs a little bit. Granted, I've listened to a lot of this down before, just want to at least be a little more familiarized with it, so I'm not completely fucking up. I'm still going to do terrible at singing, and I'm still going to not enunciate words correctly. By the way, I'm going to give everyone out there 1 minute to guess. What is this picture from? Where did I get this picture? I will give you guys 1 minute. You can also pause at any time. Oh, by the way, I probably should have said at the start of the video, don't look at the comments in case somebody else already guessed what the game is. How about this? Everybody in the comments, do not type the answer to where this picture came from, because you ruin the surprise for everyone else. Okay? So, no. Do not type where this came from in the comments. But, okay, I haven't thought that far ahead in this. Instead, fuck. Give me a moment. I did say I'd give you a minute to guess. How about this? Wait to type out your comment until after I give the answer. And if you're correct, then I want you to type Super Saiyan Jim Carrey. No one else will know what the fuck that's about. So if anyone is scrolling down in the comment, they're just going to see Super Saiyan Jim Carrey. And they're going to be like, what? What? And that's perfect, because they won't know what the fuck's going on. And that's great, because that makes it where, it doesn't ruin the trivia question that I planned very poorly here. Just saying. I'm thirsty, by the way. Drink some water. Carbonated water. But yeah, if you guess correctly at what this picture is from, I want you to type in the comments Super Saiyan Jim Carrey. Now, the reason why I say that is this. I know that the hypersonic, the Super Saiyan, the golden Sonic the Hedgehog that gets all the Chaos Emeralds is going to be in the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog movie that's coming out in a couple weeks. We know we're going to get to see Super Saiyan Sonic. But here's the thing. There's a fan game out there called Eggman Hates Furries. And it's set up as a boss rush game in the style of a Flash game. And also, here's a spoiler for the ending of the game. Aside from the fact that Eggman hates furries and is trying to kill Sonic and Tails. The ending is that Sonic and Tails fuck each other. So, yeah. I'm not judging anyone. I have looked at so much hentai, and if you're here on this channel, if you're watching this video, you know what's in your Google search history. You know that you have typed in the words furry and yif and hentai. You know that you've typed in so many boob pictures. You did not come across this video by chance. You are also a weeb like me, with an interest in horror games. Which is very funny because, all things aside, I'm a pacifist. I'm the nicest person you ever met. I'm extremely kind and nice to everybody. In fact, I'm very soft spoken in real life, but of course, in several video games. Recently, I think yesterday, I played a part 3 of Nerve. I was being very belligerent toward that game. But that's the good thing about video games. It's a nice way to vent feelings in a healthy, emotional way. Same way, artistic things, such as horror movies, it's just a nice thing to just. It's like a meme compilation. Like, you ever watch, like, the King Annie and Orana? How do I pronounce that? Wild Spartans, Strixo, those people? They'll do reactions to, like, meme videos. Like, memes that send you to the back rooms, or cursed toilets, or medieval paintings of cats. And it's hilarious, partly because of the pictures, and because of the time they took to find the stuff, but also because of just the personalities and interactions. Heck, I also enjoy watching Tricky and Shy Lily and Yuzu actually react to things. Heck, there's even a channel out there called Blasphemous HD. He like reacts to stuff like Happy Tree Friends and Meat Canyon, and that's hilarious. I still think it's weird. Like, I did an audio-only reaction to one of the Meat Canyon things, like the Chester Cheetos thing, which is just, it's even more compoundedly weird because they sell Cheetos condoms. No, I'm serious. No, I'm not making this shit up. They really are. Cheetos condoms are a thing. And they have not just the cheesy cheese Cheetos condoms. They have the spicy version of it. The flamin' hot Cheetos condom. They sell flaming hot condoms. Flaming hot Cheetos condoms. Really? That's no part of any of that. Like, everything about that sounds gross. Both the original, and don't get me wrong, I like Cheetos. They're okay. They're not healthy for you, and they're only okay in very, very sparse moderation. Definitely not a thing you should ever binge eat. But I'm just saying, Cheetos are perhaps not my go-to snack. And what fucking possessed somebody to make Cheetos flavored condoms, let alone a flaming hot? Real. And I'm going to put a link to one of the commercials that, and here's the thing, it plays as YouTube ads. As YouTube ads. There are YouTube ads before videos of Chester Cheetos condoms, where Chester Cheeto is laying naked, partially censored, on a couch, in a very sexually suggestive way, talking about very sexually suggestive things. And there's like a painting with a frame on the wall that's like, it's like the Cheeto, it's like someone drew a 3D painting of Chester Cheeto's dick, and it's on the wall behind Chester's Cheetos. Wow, I fuck up words. I'm just saying, who the fuck thought that was a great idea? That sounds gross and disgusting. I mean, do you really want that inside you? Do you really want it on you? Do you really want that in your mouth? All of that is gross. But, I'm not knocking people. Enjoy what flavor you like. I'm just saying, what I want to know is not necessarily who suggested it. I'm just imagining like a WKUK, whitest kids you know sketch, and like Trevor Moore just shows up and starts talking to people, and he's like, okay guys, I got an idea for a new thing for our company to sell, to increase stocks for Chester Cheetos. I'm like, oh, is it a redesign of the mascot? Is it a new flavor Cheetos? He's like, no. It's you wear a bag of Cheetos on your dick and you put it in people. What? And then sometimes it's spicy. Wouldn't that burn? Like everything? For everyone involved in every way? Like, are people going to end up, like, Is that safe? But yeah, what I want to know is this. In that sketch comedy style, where somebody brings up that fucking Cheetos condoms and flaming hot Cheetos condoms, I want to know what facial expressions popped on the faces of everyone else around that fucking board meeting who, when they woke up that morning and brushed their teeth, even working for a fucking company that sells Cheetos, that, the fucking Cheetos powder is their life's blood. It's what they eat and breathe. They don't smoke cigarettes. They smoke vape filled with fucking yellow powder. For some reason, that just makes me think of Mega Man Legends. In Mega Man Legends 2, there's a scene where Mega Man Volnut comes across some like big crates inside a ship of a major businessman. It's full of white powder. And then they give you ellipses for a moment. And then Mega Man goes, "Whew, it's just flour." Now, it never outright says what it's a reference to, or what Mega Man thought it was, because, it's a kid's game. But we all know what it was. We all know what was being talked about. We all know. We all know. We know that. We do. Don't, guys, you can't run away from knowing what that is. Same way, you can never forget that there are Cheetos condoms now. I will put the link in the description. If you click that link without listening to this video first, you are going to be very fucking confused. You're going to go from this picture of a person eating a spider to fucking Chester Cheetos laying naked on a couch talking about wanting to fuck you with cheese. It's going to be a very awkward transition. Okay? I feel like I got a little off topic. I'm not really sure what the topic was. I'm just saying I like cheese, but not like that. But who knows? Maybe it'll float some of your boats. Not mine. My boat's not very interested in that. But I think the main point I'm trying to say is that a great thing about YouTube is, or music in general is, granted, I'm a terrible singer. I'm going to try singing. I'm awful at it. But I do enjoy System of a Down. I enjoy music. I enjoy art. I'm terrible at my guitar, but I do try to play it. I'm terrible at drawing, but I have books on how to draw anime and manga. I enjoy watching anime and manga. I think the funny thing is this, though. It's enjoyable to, like, say, dank memes and shit like that. Not only to see them, but to share them with somebody. Like I said, take that one. There's a video called Memes That Send You to the Backrooms, and, like, I think Wild Spartans and King Ani and Strixo all react to that, and their reactions to it are very hilarious. It's like Markiplier doing a Don't Laugh video. Actually, Markiplier's got that whole Markiplier in space thing coming out soon. That sounds like, it looks like it'd be very interesting. But, like I said, everyone's got a different style of comedy, and I understand that my style is probably not funny at all, but I'm trying to be funny. The point of these videos in general is it's a Let's Play channel with a heavy emphasis on comedy. I'm trying to make people laugh. I'm trying to be humorous. And I'm trying to be good at video games, but I'm actually pretty awful at them. Apparently there's like an online multiplayer survival prop hunt game that just came out today. Technically it came out yesterday. It's April 1st today. But probably give that a shot. It's early access. I'll have to look into it. But I'm just saying this. It's kind of weird. Like, I enjoy violent animes. I enjoy violent video games. I enjoy heavy metal music. I enjoy movies like Saw and Hellraiser and stuff like that. Though at times my disposition may shift to where sometimes I may be extremely bothered by it, if to the point of feeling grossed out, and other times I might feel just like it's an entertaining, exciting movie. I think it depends on endorphins and stuff. I'm not sure how brain chemistry works with that shit. I'm just trying to say, scary movies are interesting to watch. Dank memes are cool. And it's nice to sort of just share stuff for the internet. And that's another thing about this channel. I do try to avoid a little bit, but I tend to just do whatever the fuck I feel like that day. So there is no consistency to my channel. I literally do whatever pops in my head, and But then again, that's kind of the silver lining of my channel. I can not only vent my feelings and emotions, but I can just sort of drop the filter and I don't have to worry about trying to say stuff all proper or worry about if I hurt somebody's feelings or anything. I can just say what pops in my head and I can just express myself. And that's one thing, a lot of the channel I do, sometimes I'll do some very weird things on the channel, but for me, it's basically just an artistic expression. You guys find any kind of interest in it, that's good. But honestly, my channel as a whole it's the cringiest thing on the internet. I mean, it's very, very fucking cringy. But, and sometimes it is an emotional venting tool for me if I'm feeling a bit depressed or something. But again, that's usually a great thing. I think, if anything, if there's any kind of overarching message to try to say to anyone, is that, hey, if you are feeling depressed, just, find an interest, whether it's playing guitar, drawing, whether it's doing terrible karaoke, whether it's going for a walk, looking at clouds, watching a movie, check out some new anime, watching Markiplier do his in-space thing. It's nice. And of course, there's always make friends, be social. It's just... I'd say the worst thing I'm ever going to do in my life to anyone is annoy people by talking about my feelings. Because that's the best way to describe me, is I am a very cringy, depressed person who's just going to annoy people. I have fun playing games. I have fun pursuing hobbies like trying to play my guitar or trying to figure out how to draw stuff. I'm terrible at it, but that's not the point. Granted, I should hope that I get better in time, but again, that's not the point either. The point is, I just enjoy drawing. I enjoy reading stuff. I enjoy reading manga. Like, here's the thing. I could read Dragon Ball Z manga over and over. It's never going to accomplish anything. I'm never going to make money for reading manga, and nor would I want to. It's kind of like with this channel. I very heavily doubt that I'm ever going to have more than 1,000 subscribers, even after 10 years. And that's even if YouTube doesn't suddenly decide to just delete my damn channel because they're like, yeah, you sing too badly. So, no. I'm like, aw. Or they're like, you died too many times as Super Meat Boy, deleted channel. Aw. Or just that I'm just too fucking cringy. Or your thumbnail is too scary. I'm like, ah. Then again, I mean, you guys have seen the creepypastas. Which, that's the thing. It's basically just an artistic expression for me. If you guys find any kind of entertainment in any of these videos, that's great. Though I imagine the most entertaining ones might be the Let's Plays, particularly of the Thumper playlist, or Jubilee, Fight Crab, or particularly the Perfect Apocalypse trilogy. It's 3 different games that play them blind. It's a cutesy game, but it does have gore in it. But it is an overall good, very light-hearted game, albeit with some dismemberment and death. Main point is it's Perfect Apocalypse. Everything's a cat pun. So, there's Love at First Bite, Purgatory Forever, Patches Inferno. And, yeah, honestly, if I could suggest anything off the channel, it would be that trilogy, which is 3 different playlists because it's 3 games. It's a trilogy. But a lot of my channel is either just me doing very cringy stuff like singing this karaoke, or just... I've read Warhammer books. I'm going to, at some point, probably read some Cthulhu mythos, or read some Greek mythology, or both, probably in separate videos. It'd be kind of weird to put them in the same video. Like I said, in general, I do use the channel as a way of venting emotions and feelings, especially since I don't really talk to people much in real life. And even then, the people that I do sometimes talk to, it's not very much. And even then, I really don't talk about the things that bother me that much. I mean, I mean, for the most part, like sexuality, I'm technically bisexual, but I don't really talk about that just because I don't really trust people to react in a non-violent way. And that's just, and granted, I do have a bit of paranoia, but again, there are reasons for that. But again, it's just concerns for personal safety as well as just how people would react to that sort of stuff. More importantly, would be like take that here at some point. I'm trying to put it off because I don't really want to do it because everything about it sounds horrifically painful. But probably August, September, October, probably October at the absolute latest. The doctor did suggest the idea of trying to do it in June. I'm like, no. So probably August, but I might try to push it back to October. But at some point, I might have that surgery. And of course, other shit also needs to get fixed. But that's great. Fucking human body can't work better. But like, it does bother me that, say, I have a stricture next to my bladder. That has to be repaired. If it is not if I do not have reconstructive surgery on those areas of my internal organs, then, well, my internal organs will explode. And usually you just can't walk that off. So, considering that would probably result in my death, organs exploding, probably not the best. Also, I'm doing terrible at increasing my bench press at the gym. Like, I want to be stronger, and I feel like all I do is just strain my muscles all the time. But, and then apparently, like right now, this video, like some videos turn into like a vlog where it's just me talking like it's basically like a diary pretty much. Like it's like me just talking because I guess if nothing else, I just need to be able to talk about things. But yeah, the surgery, like I said, I have to do it or else, exploding internal organs, which is, it's not recommended for your health. But, well, basically what that'll amount to is I'll have to be out, sedated, anesthetics for 3 to 4 hours. And then my taint, the area between my ball sack and my butthole, they'll have to cut that open, pull some of my insides out, cut those apart, stitch them back together, shove them back up in me, stitch my taint back together, and then it's going to take 6 weeks for me to recover from that. In the first 2 weeks of that, I'm going to have a catheter up my dick. So that means for 14 days straight, I'm going to have a rubber tube up my penis into my bladder. I'm actually worried. Like, what if the skin inside my dick starts to, like, adhere to it, to where, like, it just becomes a permanent fixture in my body? What if, like when I get IVs in me, part of me worries that, like, my arm's just going to start ripping down the side as if a dull box cutter is being used on a piece of old cardboard. That's how I imagine my arm's just going to start splitting open. But then I'm going to be imagining that with my dick, which that's just a very unpleasant thought. And I'll say this. Peeing after the cystoscopy I did back in December, that fucking burned. Now, granted, for the most part, don't have any STDs, but, it does feel like I have a UTI half the time. But that's just part of the fact that stricture next to bladder affecting, bladder-related things. So, yay me. But actually, I've got used to that where I just kind of feel like, oh, this is normal now. It's like, I've accepted that. But one thing I'm worried about is, will I get erections when I have a rubber tube up my dick? Because I imagine that would be painful. And even then, when I do have, and here's the thing, after the 14 days of having it up me, it's not like I'll be going to the doctor to get it out, which then again, I'm not sure if I'd want to have the doctor. After those 14 days, if I'm understanding this correctly, I'm going to be the one to slowly pull a rubber tube all the way out of my bladder and through my dick. I'm worried that I'm going to be bleeding out of myself there. A period is not a thing a man should experience. And no part of that, I think, is pleasant for anyone to think about, regardless of your gender. Because no matter what, no matter who you are, you have a pee hole somewhere. And you don't want things going inside that. But yeah, peeing after the cystoscopy, that fucking hurt. Also, a month after that, I had to have a fluid pumped up, which, they put a small cap. They're like, oh yeah, it won't hurt. It'll be painless. And I very much disagree with the doctor about the definition of painless. I very much did not enjoy the feeling of a quote unquote small tube going up my urethra, let alone the fluid that is dyed for an x-ray to see in real-time video being pumped up my penis. Like, fluid is meant to go in one direction in that particular river. I felt very pain, especially when it got, like when the fluid eventually got to the part of the bladder where the stricture is. I could feel that as the stricture kind of fought a little bit. And that was an extraordinarily unpleasant sensation, and especially considering I'm expected to keep still for that. And of course, there's no painkiller for that because that's considered something that you don't really need pain. At least cystoscopy, I definitely was put out for 20 minutes for that. But peeing after that hurts so fucking bad. And here's the thing, I'm also concerned, how bad is it going to, after I have a surgery where, my insides are cut up a little bit and stitched back together, and my taint has been sewn back shut, and I'm pretty much going to be spending, I'm going to try to do Let's Plays when I get back from that surgery. Heck, if possible, I will stream on Twitch the same day. I will be a grumpy-ass motherfucker. I will be very grumpy and very unhappy. I also could just be very tired and go to sleep. Because I imagine a lot of it will be very exhausting. Big problem is this. My bedroom's on the second floor. Which means I'm going to have surgery. And then with a tube up my dick, while I hold the bag connected to the tube in my dick, I'm going to have to try to go up my staircase. And then once I'm up my stairs, I'm just going to stay in my room upstairs for about a month. And here's the thing, normally I take 15 showers a week. Normally what I'll do is this, I shave every other day, and I take 15 showers a week. I like to smell good. I wear deodorant. I wear cologne. The particular cologne I actually have is Zaro. I've talked about it before. Azzaro, Wanted Collection. It looks like a glass gun revolver. I can't imagine people going to anime conventions and smelling bad. I've never been to one. I would probably like to go to one. Maybe cosplay. I don't know what as. Maybe get a gun blade. I don't know if I'd want to be Squall. Mainly because I would look very weird in Squall's outfit. I don't know. I'm not sure where anime conventions take place anymore. But, I forget what I was talking about. Give me a moment. I'll remember. Any moment now. But, yeah, I'm just going to have a bunch of jugs of water and tea and snacks around my bed. And I'm normally I take 15 showers a week. I probably won't hardly go in the shower at all for the first couple weeks. Mainly just because I imagine trying to go stand in a shower while holding a catheter bag is going to be very dangerous and very painful. And I don't know what kind of medications they're going to have me on after I get back from that. Another thing is this. How much is it going to pee? How much is it going to burn to pee after I pull the tube out of me? And what if the tube won't come out? What if it becomes adhesive and becomes part of my body? I'm just going to be living with a foot-long rubber tube coming out of my dick for the rest of time. It's going to be awkward to explain. are you happy to see me? No, it's just a tube in my dick. And here's the thing: what if I get an erection with the tube in my dick? Also, um, kind of worried it'll make me not be able to get boners afterward. Like apparently from the surgery itself and from having a tube up your dick for so long, it could cause problems from that. And I'm like, but I like having erections, and I already feel like I'm a worthless failure of a human being anyway. I already feel like I'm defective. I'm not over 6 feet tall. I can't build muscle. I'm ugly. I do not have a giant dick. You know, it's like I don't feel like I would be proud of, any part of my anatomy. I don't like being not attractive, let alone the fact that just I feel like I'm defective as a person, both physically and emotionally, and it makes me feel sad. It also makes me feel like nobody would want or care about me, and I'm like, ah, depressing thoughts. But then again, probably thoughts that most of you out there could relate to. I mean, we all have insecurities, but it's just like I already feel like I'm already a failure. I feel like I'd be much more bothered and depressed if I suddenly couldn't get erections. Granted, I mean, I can't. It's not like when I was a teenager. That was a lot different. Then again, my hormone levels, like testosterone levels, are basically continuing to plummet. I'm not sure if it's balls or brain that are affecting that. Just going to probably eventually have to take testosterone replacement, but also concerns about strokes and aneurysms there. I'd rather not have parts of my brain explode, you know. At the same time, I would also like to be healthier and be stronger and, just be healthier. You can't really be healthy if your body's just losing muscle and your bones are becoming less dense and shit. Plus, however brain chemistry reacts to stuff. So, yeah. I do overeat a bit at work, but I mean, just I feel miserable at my job, but I do it because it pays my rent. And it's not really that bad of a job. It's just, you just feel miserable with it a lot of the time. But I'm still grateful for it. I mean, after all, I show up to my job and I do my job and I do the best I can at my job. So it's not something I would choose to want to do, but it pays the bills. And I would never want to make any money off of YouTube. Because for me, this is a hobby. This is a form of self-expression. I don't knock anyone else for making money off YouTube, but it's not something I'd ever want to make money. Like, even if I were to have 1 million subscribers, which, again, the idea of me even getting 100 subscribers is ludicrous. Hell, I'm surprised that it even says 50. Though I'm pretty sure only like 2 or 3 of the 50 is a person. I'm pretty sure all the rest are just YouTube algorithm bots and the FBI. By the way, FBI, hi. You're also welcome to watch the videos. Feel free to comment, but you have to be nice to me, okay? And, I mean, grantedly, you guys can keep watching. I'm just saying, you're not really going to get anything interesting here, aside from funny content. I'm never going to hurt anybody or do anything bad to anyone. The worst thing I'm going to do is use a thumbnail like this and do very terrible karaoke and talk about my feelings. That is literally the worst thing I'm ever going to do. I am a pacifist who has an enthusiasm for horror video games. Would you think that would be a weird combination? That I'm an individual who has an enthusiasm for video games of a violent, graphic nature, and for creepypastas, and for horror stories, and stuff like that. But I am the kindest, nicest person in the world, And I'm a pacifist, and I'm super nice to anyone. The only reason I would ever hurt anyone is if it was self-defense or defense of somebody else. In general, I'm a very non-confrontational person. Hell, I've had a girlfriend or two break up with me because they said I wasn't aggressive or mean enough. Hell, one person told me that it was weird that I wouldn't just get pissed at them or yell at them or anything, and I was just too nice to them and too kind. And they're like, "Yeah, it's weird that you don't get angry." And I'm like, "But why would I?" It's just I'm a very non-confrontational person by nature. In general, the worst thing I'm ever going to do to anyone is annoy you by talking about my feelings. And that's the thing I do. I know that it's annoying to people, and in general, for the most part, I do bottle up my feelings. There have been a couple times for extreme things that happened in the past that I talk to people in real life, but for the most part, except for those extreme instances where really bad things happened, such as a really bad breakup or people in my life or family dying, which I think I have every right to take things like that harshly. I mean, they're important things, especially when somebody, and it helps to talk to people. That being said, I have a constant overflowing of emotion, and in general in life, I am a very stoic individual. And honestly, I have the constant need to talk about my feelings. And aside from the fact that most people would consider me a pussy ass bitch because, oh, Lunar D8 has feelings and emotions, and he constantly wants to talk about them. It's just, yeah, I mean, I have those. They do need, you know, vented and expressed. It's just, I understand that it's annoying. I understand that most people would not want to listen to it. And you might say, well, you just talk to yourself, and the answer to that is I already do that. A lot of times I spend by myself, and so out of loneliness, I wind up talking to myself quite a bit, which I feel is a perfectly normal, healthy response to social withdrawal and isolation and depression and loneliness and paranoia. So I feel that's a healthy coping mechanism. But I figure I'm going to feel more emotionally validated if I'm at least talking to a physical object, especially if I can record it and just re-listen to it myself. Granted, there are some videos I didn't upload or deleted without uploading just because there are some videos where I did have full-on breakdowns where I started crying and crying and crying or talked about things that were too personal. But again, I always had that option to just not upload a video. Like I said, there's a 13-hour stream I did once that you guys are never going to see. I have a tiny excerpt of that where I wasn't crying, where I called that like terrible karaoke guess the anime character 7. I think it's got a picture of a character from Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040. It's like the young boy mechanic, which I feel kind of looks like me. So it's me in anime form. But then there was a time where I was thinking about trying to, you know, repost it, and I used a picture of a giant spaceship person. Finally posted first, but it was like, it's me in anime form. And it's, again, in general, it's a comedy channel. But it's a good way for me to vent. Especially since I will probably never, and even if I ever do feel satisfied in terms of expressing my feelings, I mean, I'm always going to have another interest, whether it's playing guitar or drawing. And given enough time, even if I had the happiest life in the world, even if I was suddenly a millionaire and I had love and perfect health and everything was perfectly fine in regard to any kind of interpersonal relationships I have with other human beings, I would still have this outpouring of emotion at all times. Like, I feel like I could literally be given every blessing in the world. I could be given every blessing in the whole world. and I would still have this constant outpouring of emotion that I would need to express. And granted, most times I might just play a video game and yell and cuss at a video game. It's fine. And there might be some, but no matter what, given enough time, I'll do more videos like this where I do either cringy karaoke, where I have a very terrible, my singing voice is like epilepsy for years. But I'm just saying this. It's not like I'd ever hurt anybody. I mean, when it comes right down to it, the worst thing I'm ever going to do is make terrible jokes, play a video game badly, be a vocal coach's worst nightmare in regard to how badly I can sing. If I ever figure out editing software, I might actually make memes and stuff, but honestly, that's not my cup of tea. I'm not really much of, I don't like the idea of editing stuff, and really, I'd rather just, like, for me, this is my style of doing a meme. Me doing a blog where I go off on a bunch of tangents while I have a very attention-grabbing picture that you guys, alright, I asked you guys to guess where it came from. I'm just saying this. The worst thing that I will ever do is I am going to annoy people by talking about my feelings. That's the worst thing I'm ever going to do. So I'm never going to do anything illegal or hurt anybody, but I will play video games badly. I will sing horribly. I will go on rambling tangents. I will make dank memes like the one you're looking at right now, and it counts as a meme. Even though it's just a still picture, and me doing a vlog, I consider it a meme. Main point is this. I think the meme there is the image of me from a live stream. Like, imagine me in that outfit, in the black outfit, sitting in a folding chair with a fucking reading book, a story time book with this on the cover, saying, okay, guys, let's talk about metal bands. Oh, by the way, if you had to type in gent, DG, no, goddamn, it's 5 letters. How do you spell it? DJENT, gent. There's a guy, you just type in like the meaning of gent, like there's a thing where he does like, I'll put links in the description for this. I talked about in the video where I actually did try to sing some Meshuggah songs, which is terrible because they do like a growly thing and I can't do that. But the main thing is this. This channel is a form of self-expression for me. It's my hobby. I never intend to make a sin off of it. I never want to. Because then I'd be all worried about, oh no, I have to get views to get monetization and make money from ad revenue and shit. I don't want to give a shit about that. I just want to express myself. I just want to talk to people. I'm just a lonely person trying to talk to people, that's all. Just trying to vent my feelings, my frustrations, my fears, my loneliness, my anger, in a way that's peaceful. Doesn't hurt anybody. I mean, granted, I do have a punching bag. I use that a bit. I tried lifting my weights, even though a lot of times I kind of overdo that sometimes and pull muscles. So I need to be a little bit more. I think it'd be nice if I actually just built muscle too and make it easier not to pull muscles. If I actually fucking got stronger for once. Instead, I just feel like I'm constantly getting weaker no matter what I do. But in general, I can't really complain about life. I have good food to eat. I have a job. I may dislike it, but I mean, who likes their job? I mean, really. I mean, and even then, even if I could make money, even if I could make a lot of money off YouTube, I don't want to. Like, and it's not like I'm rich or anything. You know? I mean, the money would definitely come in handy, but like, I don't want it. Even if I was in desperate need of it, I don't want it. Because for me, it's just, I do these videos for me. If other people enjoy it, that's awesome. I'm great if you guys can, it's amazing if you guys can enjoy the ride with me. But if you don't, it's fine. I'm perfectly happy to just scream into the void and have no one ever hear me. That's fine too. But I just feel the need to express myself, and Like I said, that's the worst thing I'm ever going to do to anyone. Is just annoy people by talking about my feelings. I'm not sure what we were talking about anymore. Got off. That's another thing. I tend to sometimes go off topic and kind of forget what I'm talking about and just keep going. Um, Not sure what I'm doing. Okay, I got System Down songs pulled up on PS4. I was gonna sing the other half of that. Oh right, this picture. Like I said, Super Saiyan Jim Carrey. Type that in the comments if you are correct in what you guessed this picture is from. So if you are correct in guessing what this picture came from, type Super Saiyan Jim Carrey in the comments. If you are not correct, then type out what you thought it was. And if you couldn't think of a guess, well then just tell me about your favorite anime. Tell me what music you like to listen to. Tell me what movies you like to watch, what video games you play. Heck, you can go into much detail as you want. You can tell me every game you like from every console that's ever existed. I'll go first. The regular Nintendo. I like Dragon Spirit, Robo Warrior, Super Mario 1, Super Mario 3. I'll drink some more water. It's still carbonated. Swords and Serpents. What else is there from NES? Well, Legend of Zelda, I think Metroid were on NES, right? Pretty sure. And of course, I never played it myself, but Battle Kid 1 and 2, made by Cyvac, were made on NES cartridges, though they did not release until 2010 and 2012, respectively. Super Nintendo, everyone loves Super Mario World. And I still challenge you, Nintendo, release Super Mario World on Steam so that I can play it on Steam. Because I refuse to get a fucking emulator or buy a Switch. So you either make where I can buy Super Mario World on Steam, or I'm not buying it. But it'd be cool just to play the game and then play it repeatedly. Like play it once normal and then play it like, maybe I can avoid all coins. Maybe I can avoid all the power-ups. Maybe I can hold duck the whole time. Maybe I can running whole stuff. Maybe I do only spin jumps. You know? Do random bullshit. Also, if they did Super Mario, they could also do Pokemon games. I could actually do a fucking Nuzlocke. Sleepy. Sega Genesis. Vector Man. Vector Man 1, Vector Man 2. Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel. Great game, bit hard though. Sonic Shovel. Kid Chameleon. Powerball. Shining Force. Of course, all the Sonic the Hedgehog games. If I forget any games, I'm sorry. The original PlayStation, you had games like Jersey Devil, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, Glitch, Metal Arms Glitch in the system, Brave Fencer Musashi for the PlayStation. Best game on all the PlayStation. And of course, there's Mega Man Legends 1 and 2. I want to see Mega Man Legends 3 released for the PS5 and to utilize the full power of the PlayStation 5. And of course, here's the thing. Brave Fencer Musashi for the PlayStation 1 is an amazing game. Greatest game ever made on the PlayStation. Though there was a spiritual successor, a spiritual reboot called Samurai Legend Musashi for the PS2. But honestly, everything about the first game is much better. And it's a spiritual reboot that it tells mainly the same story, but so much of it has changed where it's a brand new game. Now, also another thing is this. The second game has entirely new game mechanics, entirely new enemies and characters. And the best way to put it is this. Samurai Legend Musashi is an okay game in its own right. But by itself, I would never suggest it to somebody as a first pick for a game. And honestly, I would say this: Brave Fencer Musashi is one, even though it's just for a PlayStation 1, is 1,000 times a better game than Samurai Legend Musashi. And if you had both in front of you, I would always suggest to play Brave Fencer Musashi first. In fact, if you had both games in front of you, I would suggest to play Brave Fencer Musashi for the PlayStation 1 at least 3 times all the way through. 3 times full completion, and then the extra story stuff on top of that repeatedly before you ever even touch Samurai Legend. That being said, if you have ever played Brave Fencer Musashi, you must play Samurai Legend as a sort of homage to it. And if you've never played Brave Fencer Musashi, regardless if you played Samurai Legend or not, you need to play Brave Fencer Musashi. It's an absolutely incredible game. It's wonderful. And like I said, it's 1,000 times better than Samurai Legend. Now here's the thing. Brave Fencer Musashi, the best way to put it is this. It's a game set with a beautiful brushstroke artwork style, painting style. And it's got amazing voice acting and dialogue from dot hack sign anime actors. And it has wondrous, majestic orchestral music full of depth and wonder. And everything's a food pun. You have to save Princess Filet of the all-you-can-eat kingdom from the Thirst Quencher Empire that is ruled by the evil Führer Flatsky, with Colonel Capricola, Root Trick, Bubbles, and Ginger Ale. Yes, the names of enemies. In your main base outside the castle of All You Can Eat is Grillin Village. Everything's a pun. And it's also they butcher Old English. Thou'st, mayest, doest, thingest. Like this is, but it's satisfying. And it's an amazing game. And I cannot recommend strongly enough that you play Brave Fencer Musashi for the PlayStation. Now, there is Samurai Legend Musashi for the PS2, which I'll say this, is an okay game in its own right. But when compared to Brave Fencer Musashi, it is a fucking pile of garbage in comparison. But that's because it's such a high fucking bar for it to measure up to. And it's put neck and neck with that bar that it sorely lacks. Because it is meant as a spiritual reboot. I'm not even sure if it's made by the exact same company or not, but I think it is. And I'll say this. As somebody that greatly enjoyed Brave Fencer Musashi, I also enjoyed Samurai Legend Musashi. And I'm glad they made that game. It was a very unique experience. But I will say this. The art style is choppy. The mechanics are very unique. The story is you are saving a bunch of mystic hippies on a floating whale from an evil corporation of sci-fi bullshit. You are now trained by racist cat master Yoda Roshi, who's just a pudgy little cat with a Chinese beard who talks in the most thickest, most racist Asian accent possible. But he's also a cat, so it's also throwing in the word meow. Are you ready, meow? Musashi? I became like fucking Squidward mixed with Ed from Ed, Ed, and Eddie. I'm just saying, the voice acting is horrible. Not just for him. And Musashi, like the voice actor for Musashi, is just it doesn't sound complete. It sounds like nails on a chalkboard. And all the voice acting is terrible, but the main character has like the worst voice acting of all, and it's the one you hear the most. And the music is surf guitar, and the art style is such an overly blocky and ultra thick, black, thick line, cell shaded manga style, which is it's interesting, but it's also so fucking painful to look at. And so many parts of people's bodies and shapes are not drawn proportionally. I feel like all you had to do was change a few more textures and you have the fucking rake from a creepy pasta. Okay, I got off topic. There are other PlayStation games. I can't really think of them right now. Anyway, like I said. Oh yeah, Super Saiyan Jim Carrey. Like I said, if you are correct on what you guess this is from, type Super Saiyan Jim Carrey. But here's the thing, since the reason I brought up that one Eggman game is that he gets his Chaos Emeralds and becomes like super buff and has like Super Saiyan hair. Imagine if Jim Carrey became a Super Saiyan. You know, Dr. Robotnik gets the Chaos Emeralds and becomes, empowered by the Chaos Emeralds. Well, I'm just saying that. Super Saiyan Jim Carrey. If you're correct. Okay, so enough dancing around the bush. This is from the PS4 visual novel Deathmark, which I actually did platinum back when I owned it. However, I had the collector's edition. And one day at a GameStop, after attaining the platinum for this game, I went to a GameStop and I saw a random person. He was wearing a Rick and Morty shirt. Looked like he was probably early 20s. And I went up to him and I had a little plastic grocery bag in my hand. And it had a few things in it. It had 3 games. And I walked up to him and said, "That's a nice shirt. Here." And I handed him a plastic grocery bag with 3 PS4 games in it. And then I walked out the GameStop. And that's it. I didn't ask for anything from him. Didn't give him a name. Didn't ask his name. I literally just went to a GameStop and gifted a horror game to somebody. A collector's edition of Deathmark. And this particular scene is out of the DLC of said game. And I had the collector's edition, so the DLC came with it. Though the game itself is a bit arduous to play. You have to know what you're doing. I mean, you have to use a guide if you want to get the good ending. There's just no other way. There's no way you would naturally know what to do, even if you played the game before. But of course, you have to get all the bad endings in order to platinum anyway, so you don't need a guide to fuck up. But when I went back through to try to get the proper endings, I needed a fucking guide. But the game is called Deathmark. It even had its own sequel called Spirit Hunter NG. But yeah, I had the collector's edition. I platinumed it. It's a great game. It is a bit, it's a horror game. So, I mean, what you're seeing here is a picture from the DLC. This is one of the scenes that happens in the DLC. But it is not recommended for. Then again, I don't think YouTube in general is meant for younger audiences. I feel like you should be 18 or older before you're on YouTube anyway. Because here's the thing, there's a lot of shit out there on the internet. I don't think people under the age of 18 are really safe to be on the internet. Because, I mean, seriously, fucking Chester Cheetos condom commercials as YouTube ads? Like, I'm an adult and even I'm like, Chester? Who? Why? Why would you do this? And it's just, I'm going to put a link in the description so you guys don't think I'm bullshitting you. I'm being honest. It's straightforward. It exists. It exists. Who thought that was a good idea? I mean, I think an Oreo, heck, you can even label it a mega stuff. People can't get enough of the Oreo cream, right? So why not an Oreo mega stuff cookies and cream condom? That makes more sense, right? Or how about York peppermint patty? Or how about a Taco Bell condom? Why not? Let's just have new Taco Bell Taco Supreme condom. Taco Bell, if you're listening to this, don't be like, oh, that's a great idea. Like, no, No, I better not go to Taco Bell ordering burritos and crunch wraps for you to be like, okay, do you want mild sauce or condoms? I'm like, what? What? It's like this packaging. It's like, what's this stuff next to my Baja Blast? Oh, it's like fuck. But seriously, it's just like there is a lot of fucked up shit on the internet, and I feel like the internet is not a safe place for younger people. Then again, I don't think the internet is really a safe place for any of us. Because seriously, I'm trying to think of a horrible movie to use as a joke here, but I can't think of anything. So I'm just gonna go with: have you watched the Meat Canyon videos or Happy Tree Friends or any of the Backrooms shit? Ah, man, I'm sleepy. But I want to go somewhere. I want to watch the Morbius movie later. And probably eat something somewhere. That'd be a good idea. I should go. I mean, if I want to go to the big city to watch a movie, I should probably stop by a restaurant and eat something really nice. Also, probably should pick up a few more fish. And also, like, there's a store that sells Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I'm thinking about trying to read some Cthulhu mythos. And, well, they got some Cthulhu books there, so yeah, I might pick some of those up. I also needed to get a Steam card, and the Walmart and gas stations, everything around here, nothing has a Steam card. Everything's sold out, and they've been for a couple weeks. So you should be able to actually track down a GameStop or something in the big city and actually get a Steam card, because there's lots of games I want to try to, show you guys and hop into. And I do want to try EDF 4 because EDF 5 wouldn't work, and I do want to shoot giant spiders and ants with a machine gun. But at the same time, I feel like it's going to fuck up and not work. But I'm willing to take that chance because it's on sale. Same true, but about all the other games, except for that one early access game. But yeah, I want to hop into that, see what I can do. But yeah, like I said, the worst thing I'm ever going to do is I'm going to be cringy. I'm going to make inappropriate jokes, be terrible video games, be a bad singer, and I'm going to annoy you by talking about my feelings. So, I don't remember. Alright, so I'm going to sing this stuff, upload video, probably hop in our shower, and then go get something to eat at a restaurant, buy a Cthulhu book, and watch Morbius. I wonder if we'll ever actually get our Jared Leto Joker movie. We have Clayface in there. You could also have. You guys know Jeff Dunham, right? What if him and Walter were the ventriloquist and Scarface from the Batman the Animated Series? I'm pretty sure if Warner Brothers or any company that's in charge of Batman anymore, if I'm pretty sure if Ben Affleck Batman, which I think Ben Affleck is the best Batman. Ben Affleck is amazing Batman. Batman versus Superman, best superhero movie ever. Ben Affleck, best Batman ever. I enjoy the other Batmans, mind you, but I enjoyed him the most. I was going somewhere with that. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure if Jeff Dunham had Ben Affleck approach him and say, he was like, Jeff, I want you to be in a Batman movie with me. I'm pretty sure Jeff Dunham would say yes, right? I'm pretty sure if Ben Affleck went up to Jeff Dunham and said that he wanted Jeff Dunham to play the ventriloquist from the Batman the Animated Series, and he wanted Walter to be Scarface, though of course you'd have to use temporary prosthetics, because after all, you don't want to damage the Walter doll, because that'd be very disrespectful, because I'm pretty sure Jeff actually, cares, because, it's pretty much been a big part of his life for such a long time. I feel like it would be a disrespect to Jeff to disrespect Walter, especially as much work he puts into that. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure they have temporary prosthetics that they can put on Walter, Or you might just actually have a Scarface doll that they might just make specially for Jeff. But I'll feel this. I feel that if a major company makes a puppet, Scarface, specifically for Jeff to use, I still feel that Walter, potentially even the other dolls or puppets, I feel I feel like I'm going to offend Jeff. Like, oh, I used the wrong word. No, I feel like they should at least have a cameo. That, like, Walter should be seen somewhere, even if it's not obvious. They should be in the movie. If Jeff's going to be in the movie, they should be in the movie. Like, there should be an Easter egg where you see a jalapeno on a stick somewhere. Or how about this? They're in the Batcave, and then, you just, like, beat somebody up with jalapeno on a stick. Like a bat. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't really understand how this stuff works. I'm just saying they could have temporary prosthetics they could put on the Walter puppet that wouldn't damage the Walter puppet, but they would let it be Scarface. Same time, they could just make a Scarface puppet and have Walter cameo or be somewhere in the movie as a sort of, hey, they could have a scene at a cafe and everyone's just sitting normally talking, and Walter, the puppet, could be sitting in a seat eating and behaving like a normal person, and we just sort of, the whole, like, everyone else in that world just acknowledges that Walter's just a normal person, and they just, like, it's just not noticed that it's, and like maybe there's a car scene where you have the Bubba guy driving a car, and it's like you don't really focus on it, but you see a car drive past, and it's just Bubba driving by looking at Jeff. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure if Jeff Dunham had Ben Affleck approach him saying, hey, do you want to be in a Batman movie with me? Pretty sure he'd say yes. And I'll say this. Not trying to knock Jared Leto here, but the ending of Batman Arkham Origins where Batman just beats the fucking shit out of the Joker? I want a fight scene between Ben Affleck and Jared Leto. I want Ben Affleck versus Jared Leto Joker. But of course, given the fact that Batman is such a very capable fighter, I feel like Joker would need some help from people. So any of the surviving members of the Suicide Squad movies that would actually be on amiable terms with Joker, like potentially Deadshot. You could have, a Jared Leto, like you could actually have Joker and Deadshot working together as like a buddy cop sort of thing. So like a movie that could focus on partly with Jared Leto and Will Smith doing like a buddy cop thing, or who's alive? Who's alive in that? Shit. I mean, it's just you got to have someone else for Batman to fight at the same time. We can't just be Batman versus the Joker. And ventriloquist there, but that's not enough. And Clayface would also be in the movie. So you'd have Jeff Dunham as the ventriloquist. You'd have Clayface. You'd have Jared Leto Joker. You'd have Ben Affleck Batman. You might have Deadshot. Who else would be good? Would you put Lex Luthor? No, that's more of a Justice League thing. Who else? Bane? Maybe Bane. We haven't had a reboot of Bane recently. Unless you count Tom Hardy, but I don't know if that would count as part of the Ben Affleck universe. Because here's the thing. It would technically be possible for Joaquin Phoenix, Jared Leto, and Heath Ledger to all be the same Joker. Because here's the thing. The Joaquin Phoenix Joker, in that, Bruce Wayne's like 8 years old, right? Now, Joaquin Phoenix, I don't know how old the Joker's supposed to be in that movie, but I would say he's at least, 30s? 40? I'd say, I don't know how old he's supposed to be in that. But I would say he's probably about at least 30. But let's say Batman, when he first meets the Joker, is probably, early 20s? So, let's say Joaquin Phoenix Joker is like mid-30s, and Batman is 8 years old. Then let's say Batman's in his early 20s and is the, you know, can't remember, Christian Bale Batman. So he becomes Christian Bale Batman. And at this point in Gotham's just sort of forgotten about the Joker and become, the crime place full of villains and stuff. And then Joker reemerges, and let's just say Joaquin Phoenix, after 20 plus years, becomes Heath Ledger Joker. And then Heath Ledger Joker, fights against Batman as Christian Bale. And in this situation, we're saying that over time, Christian Bale becomes Ben Affleck Batman. And then we're saying Heath Ledger Joker, after encountering Batman and then being locked up in the insane asylum, plus let's say they used a bunch of drugs and electrotherapy on Heath Ledger Joker, and it turns him into the Jared Leto Joker. I'm just saying that all the people at Arkham Asylum were probably not. But again, if you have other ways to put that or other ways you'd want the story to interact, because like I said, this is just a random guy's fan idea. Since when has a fan fiction not been cringy? But yeah, a Ben Affleck versus Jared Leto fight. Batman versus Joker. But I feel like there have to be more things. I mean, of course you have Ventriloquist and Clayface. But would we get a new take on Bane? But I mean, because here's the thing, I do feel like a Clayface fight with Batman would be good in that movie. I also feel like having Scarface involved and Jeff Dunham, all that would be good. But I feel like there should be a Joker versus Batman fight, but I don't think those guys should be helping Joker in that fight. So what? Would it be a Joker working with Deadshot to fight Batman? Would it be Joker working with Bane? Joker and Bane? Like, is there a way to make Joker and Bane work together? Is there another villain that you would make work together with the Joker? We can't do Two-Face. That's kind of already been done. Riddler, no. But yeah, like, what villain out of the DC universe would we be able to use that would feel fresh and original, that would actually, that you could think of some sort of story reason to make be the Joker's teammate? And the one thing I can think of is Deadshot or Bane. And Bane could do it just because, he wants to beat Batman. Deadshot the same. Maybe like Clayface is being used to manipulate Deadshot in order to force him to work with Joker. I don't know. Like, I mean, who would be a good villain to use? Deathstroke? Maybe. I mean, that you'd have to have a really good choreographer for that, because you're gonna have two martial artists fight in a fucking superhero movie. You have to have very good choreography. So I don't know who would actually choreograph that. Jackie Chan? Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan's choreographer. Actually, well, I don't know. Can Jackie Chan still do martial arts? I mean, he's broken so many bones through his life. I feel that he should be offered the choice. If he doesn't want it, it should go to somebody else. But I feel like Jackie Chan or Jet Li should be offered, saying, hey, do you guys want to be Deathstroke and fight a fight against Ben Affleck Batman? You can even help be a major contributor in designing the choreography, because Jackie Chan knows how to do choreography for martial arts and stuff. So I at least feel that they should be offered, but I can understand definitely, because I mean, they should be rich enough that there's really no need for it. It'd just be an issue of, like, do they want to fight Batman? Would it be fun for them? And if not, who else would do that? I don't know. Keanu Reeves? I... The only problem then is I don't know if I want to still root for Batman. Then again, I know somebody at one point made a joke. Like, I remember somebody making a joke about the idea of Keanu Reeves as Batman. I'm like, I'd be for that. I'd be cool with it. Then again, I remember there was a thing one time somebody asked Keanu Reeves like how many John Wick movies he wants to do, and Keanu was like, he'll do as many as people still want to watch. And then the meme goes that in the future we're just gonna like see John Wick 37. And that's the thing. It's like I enjoy the John Wick movies, but I would not want to do or be a part of that stuff in real life because, well, that would involve people getting hurt. And yeah, but I enjoyed it in the movie theater. I'm looking forward to John Wick 4. It'll be an exciting movie to watch. Maybe I'll actually be able to bring somebody with me to watch the movie, rather than just being the lonely, isolated person I am. I should try to date, but at the same time, I'm just antisocial, so I'll get around to it. Then again, been like an hour and who knows how long at this point. Hour and 17 minutes? I've just been rambling. But yeah, this is from the video game Deathmark. But yeah, I platinumed this game. It's a horror game. It's definitely very unnerving, but it is a good game. It's well done. The story is good, but you definitely need a guide if you want to get a good ending, because there is no, even if you played it multiple times, there's no way you'll figure out what to do. That being said, in the plastic bag, I had Deathmark, the collector's edition. I had Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash. It's basically Gears of War, but it's a colorful anime world full of anime titties. And they're using water guns. So hot anime, sexy, with water guns. And then we have, third game is called Dark Rose Valkyrie. It's a Japanese JRPG. It's a good game with a fairly good story and nice art. But the combat is so fucking tedious. Most of the enemies feel like it's like you're fighting an onslaught of Marlboros from Final Fantasy VII. And the leveling and the fights are so fucking tedious and difficult. But then again, people say that's JRPGs for you. No, a JRPG should just be, hey, I did a little bit of leveling. There's a great story. Not brutal fucking difficulty. But anyway, I just gifted that person and walked out, so I'm just saying this. And as far as visual novels, I would definitely suggest the visual novel Raging Loop, Deathmark, Song of Memories, AI, Somnium Files, all really good. Well, let's hop into this, and hopefully I can still sing after talking forever. Skipping it. Yeah, drink more water. But yeah, System of a Down, second half of their debut album. The Phoenix help create out of control boy without a dad. Shot the gun that starlight while I drove him up a 45. Friends for years, images of red. Blew up his mother and run for your head. Top of his death and security, men falling to realize. I cannot talk as fast as he sings this shit. Unrealized. I feel like I need to burp. Making the decision of death while everyone around you pled. Now you fly in peace, I hope, my friend. A man can't avoid to do what he's meant to do when he's meant to do it, even if he doesn't really want to. My memories are of fun and friendship, of weakness within strength of youth, for reasons undefined, reasons undefined, reasons undefined. reasons undefined. Friends are years, images red. Blew up his own motherfucking head. Confidence, death, and security. Men fall and realize, don't you? Realize, evil lives in the motherfucking skin. Don't you? Realize, evil lives in the motherfucking skin. Don't you? Realize, evil lives in the motherfucking skin. Don't you? Realize, evil lives in the skin. Maybe you shouldn't be drinking carbonated water. Don't you realize evil lives in the motherfucking skin? Don't you realize that evil lives in the motherfucking skin? Why the fuck do you take it away from us, you motherfucker? Fucker! Yeah, I definitely can't, like, even when he's yelling it, Serge has a bit of a singing presence to it. He's actually, it sounds like he's hitting notes that he's meant to hit. Whereas, I don't even know what note I'm hitting. People were like, that's not even a letter on an English alphabet. Like, normally it's letters A through G for notes, and somehow I'm hitting like the M note or a Z. Red light, the men fight. With all your prayers and incantations, running away a trivial day. Without deliverance, to a soul, is about a soul, a Gentile or a priest. Who victored over Seljuks, the Holy Land is taken. We'll fight the heathens, we will fight the heathens, we... No, everyone else. We'll fight the heathens, we will fight the heathens. I don't know why like trying to sing does that. We'll fight the heathens, we will fight the heathens. Was it the riches of the land? Powers of bright darkness were noble to the east to fight the heathens. We will fight the heathens, we will fight the heathens. We will fight the heathens, we will fight the heathens. Roar! We will fight the heathens, we will fight the heathens. We will fight the heathens, we will fight the heathens. We must call upon a bright darkness. Beliefs, they're the bullets of the wicked. Oh, one was written on your soul. For you must enter a room. Destroy, destroy, destroy. No international security. The call of the righteous man needs a reason to kill a man. History teaches us so. Reason he must attain must be approved by his God, his child, partisan brother of war. Of war. We don't speak anymore of war. We don't speak anymore of war. We don't speak anymore of war. We don't speak anymore. I can't do that. Then we get fight the heathens. We will fight the heathens. We will fight the heathens. We will fight the heathens. Zorns. We will fight the heathens. 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 But yeah, that rally thing he does, I can't do that. Like, my voice doesn't, like, I can't even begin to, It's like when I tried to sing the Mashida songs. It's like, no, I can't do it. No, can't do. Lunar Date, terrible at singing. Especially that stuff. And I know some people debate whether that counts as singing, but either way, I can't do it. Baby, come close to me. Let me love you. Baby, come close to me. Let me feel you. Look at each other. 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 Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away! I cannot do this at all. Not even remotely what he's doing. Well, mutually, mentally molested children of a mother. Mutually, mentally molested children of sin. No, they ever so popular beating that took you under. Oh no, the ever so popular beating that broke your skin. Three fingers are dangerous. Brain and for fates. Ow, that made me dizzy. Okay, don't try to make your voice change that way. It hurts. Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away! I can't make that noise he makes. I'm trying. Now leave the ones you love. Love the ones that you need. Leave the ones you love. Love the ones you bleed. Lies in the room, lies in the room. Can you see? Lies in the room, can you see? No! Three fingers are dangerous. For fates. It's like more of a high pitch thing he does with the low pitch. He gets multiple tones over it, laughing like a Gregorian chant. Die! 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 Gonna let you motherfuckers 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 die! See, I can't do the way that he does it. I'm trying. Trying to hit the same notes. Look at each other. I'm attempting to harmonize, to synchronize, if you will. I'm failing. I'm failing immensely. Look at each other. Look at each other. So many advertisements, YouTube. Why must you do this, YouTube Coob? OBS Chad must catch all of this. Like I said, I'll probably have to go up and Twitch song at some point. When your stars are baked and your rivers fly, do you ever believe you were stuck in the sky? When your castle breaks and your feet are dry, do you ever believe you were stuck in the sky? Do you believe when you're high that your life is tied? Don't you ever get stuck in the sky. Don't ever get stuck in the sky. Don't ever get stuck in the sky when you're high. When your moon is fake and your mermaids cry, do you ever believe you were stuck in the sky? When your tunnel fades and your light is shy, do you ever believe you were stuck in the sky? Do you believe when you're high that your life is tied? Don't you ever get stuck in the sky. Don't you ever get stuck in the sky. Don't you ever get stuck in the sky when you're high. Don't you ever get stuck in the sky. Don't you ever get stuck in the sky. Don't you ever get stuck in the sky when you're high. Like I'm very angry, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Raggy. 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 Like I said, it's a comedy channel. I'm still trying to make you laugh. Don't you ever get stuck in the sky. Don't you ever get stuck in the sky. Don't you ever get stuck in the sky when you're high. Won't you ever get stuck in the sky? Don't you ever get stuck in the sky? Don't ever get stuck in the sky when you're high. More advertisements. Gonna be hungry by the time I go somewhere. So I'm gonna eat something at a restaurant. I'll pick a nice restaurant, and then we'll watch Morbius, buy a Steam card, maybe see if there's anything new on at GameStop. I don't know. I want to talk. I'll listen to Toxicity album while I'm driving the car. Pre-flight, daylight, D-face streetlights, pyramid mind fuck! Don't leave your seats now. Bring up corn everywhere. Can cliche people organs rare. Corn everywhere. Can cliche people can. Want to be a fallen ruby. Cast vibrations! Don't leave your seats now. Remains everywhere. Can cliche people organs rare. Humans everywhere. Can cliche people can dare, 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 dare. Hula, 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 ha, ha. Humans everywhere. Can cliche people organs rare. Humans everywhere. Can cliche people cannot dare. Humans everywhere. Can cliche people organs rare. Humans everywhere. Can cliche people can dare, 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 dare. May I please remain in this space for dots screech my desires? May I please remain in this space for dots screech my desires? Now, not human, now, not human, not human, not human. Wow, I became Arnold Schwarzenegger right there. Wow, that's how I'm supposed to pronounce that at all. Wow. So that's how you channel the power of Arnold Schwarzenegger in a vocal form. Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, please, life-threatening lifestyles. A hitman, a nun, lovers. Life-threatening lifestyles. Hitman, a nun, lovers. Arise as did the gods indeed. Arise as did the gods indeed. Arise as did the gods indeed. And it's gone. Let me say, Arnold Schwarzenegger is an amazing actor, but it's just like, hey, if you guys watch the things, like, it is motivation to like watch Arnold Schwarzenegger lift, and I'll try to lift like him, but I know I don't lift anywhere near as heavy as he does. Clockmen, they will fail. Fear not the gods that come from the sky. Wow. Long not for the one who's lost their way. Oh wow, that was really not. Long not for the lost who's lost their way. Rise as did the gods indeed. Arise as did the gods indeed. Arise as did the gods indeed. And Ishkar, motherfucker! Then you tell me I don't know! actually painful. Could I please not do that? But yeah, like Arnold Schwarzenegger is like, he's also like did videos where they try to inspire people to be fit and stuff, which again I'm trying to do. I'm just a failure at. Just saying. I enjoy the movies. I try to lift weights like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I know I'm an utter failure at it. Elimination. 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 I can't enunciate that at all. I'm trying. I'm trying to match lockdown. Is this like an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation? Like I'm trying to sing like Surge, and I feel like I'm talking like a very thick. German people are like, no, that's not a German accent. Like, you sure? They're like, no, you sound nothing like this. I'm sorry. Oh, race genocide, take it away. Ow! Fucking goddamn it! That hurt. Ow! Why am I that? A whole race genocide, taking away all the pride. A whole race genocide, taking away. I'll fall down. The only solution, the armed response of an entire nation. Revolution, the only solution. We've taken all your shit, now it's time for restitution. Recognition, restoration, reparation. Recognition, restoration, reparation. Solution, the only solution. The armed response of an entire nation. Revolution, the only solution. We've taken all your shit, now it's time for restitution. The plan is genocide. Took all the children and we died. Few that remain were never found. All in a system, down, down, down. Walk down. Like, I feel like I'm just not coming anywhere close to this tone. And I'm lightheaded. Damn. It's at the end of the song. I don't think there's very many words, right? Let them all fall. Revolution, the only solution. The armed response of an entire nation. Revolution, the only solution. We've taken all your shit. Now it's time for restitution. The plan was mastered and called genocide. I can't pace it the same way it does. Took all the children and we died. Few that remain will never found. All in the system down. You know what? I suddenly feel like doing some. I have to go to search. I once did a video that's in the wrong side playlist. I think it's called Hoist the Color or something like this. I did the Hoist the Color song from Pirates of the Caribbean. But I changed like 2 words from being thieves and beggars to weebs and gamers. So I thought it was funny. I'm not going to do the 9 chord of the search thing because that's just the NF guy. He just is so fast the way he does that. It's so fast. It's so fucking fast. But you know what? There are 2 Nightcore songs and some sea shanty music. One's the Davy Jones thing. It's not called just Davy Jones, is it? We'll just type in Davy Jones and find it. There it is. It's got a channel called God Damn It. I know I've already covered this, but I feel like singing this one and the Wellerman song, so I'm gonna do it. I have cruel and cold, like winds on the sea. Will you ever return to me? Hear my voice, sing with the tide. My love will never die. Just type Nightcore Davy Jones. Over waves and deep in the blue, I will give up my heart for you. 10 long years I'll wait to go by. My love will never die. I feel like I did a better job of this back whenever I tried it in the past. Come, my love, be one with the sea. Rule with me for eternity. Carry on all dreams so mercilessly. Leave their souls to me. Play the song you sang long ago, and wherever the storms may blow, you will find the key to my heart. We'll never be apart. Wild and strong, you can't be contained. Never bound nor ever chained. Wounds you cause will never mend, and you will never end. Cruel and cold, like winds on the sea, will you ever return to me? Hear my voice, sing with the tide. My love will never die. Okay, so let's go down. Oh man, do you want to try the Bendy song again? I have done the Bendy. And Hoist the Color Split there too. No, I've done those enough. And the Bendy song. I'm not doing the Bendy song yet. Go. I've done that in like 6 different videos. But I've done the Bendy song in like 7 different videos, all labeled different things that you wouldn't think the Bendy song was in. We're gonna do the Wellerman and call it a video. I need to end the video. I need to upload the video and let it upload before I go anywhere. Then I'm gonna eat stuff because I'm hungry. Once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy of Tea. The revs blew up, her bow dipped down, oh blow my bully boys blow. Whoo! May the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. Soon day the tongue is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd not been 2 weeks from shore, when down on her a right whale bore. We upped and brought all hands and swore we'd take that whale in tow. Whoo! May the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. Hit the water, the whales came up, hit and caught her. And caught her when she dived down below. Who may the Wellerman come, bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No one was cut, no whale was free. The captain's mind was not of greed, and belonged to the whaleman's creed. He took that ship in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when tongue is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. Round lost and looking for, and still that whale did go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when tongue is done, take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight is gone, lights are not, and the whale's not gone. Captain got those ready to call to encourage the captain crewing off. Soon may the wellerman come, bring us sugar and tea and rum. Soon may the done done, we'll take our leave and go. Okay, I'm gonna put two. I'll put two links in the video. One will be to Cheetos condoms. The other will be the first time I tried that song. I am undecided which order I'll put it in. I'm not labeling shit, bitches. So, one link will take you to Cheetos condoms. One link will just be more terrible singing. Maybe slightly less terrible. I don't know. Bye. But I hope all of you do have a wonderful day. And if you actually did stay through this video, I do appreciate you. And thank you very much. And I hope you found some enjoyment in listening to this. And most of all, I want you all to know that you're amazing, wonderful people. And I wish you all the best. I hope you all find happiness in all the places you're looking, whether it's playing an instrument or playing a video game. So yeah, I look forward to yelling at more video games and annoying everyone with talking about my feelings or being a terrible singer. Bye.